Hello, hello, my little souls. Welcome back to Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. We are working with the Turnabout Legacy, I think it's called. There isn't a victim, like, there's no one dead yet. I have the feeling that that guy who was poisoned is going to die, but so far the only crime is the poisonous gas. We followed Miles' dad for a little while, and now we are back with Miles. I don't know if we will see Gregory again. I hope so, but and Larry is here. So let's continue. Okay. Okay. April 2nd, 12:05 p.m. Zodiac Hall, Autumn Wing. They sure are taking their time. I thought it was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Right. Sebastian and Miss Gabel went to investigate something about, I think, about the gas. Sorry to keep you losers waiting. But wait no longer. I won the race to find Delicious Cone, and here she is. Hello, dears. This lovely young man said you wanted to speak to me. Delicious Cone, purveyor of the most wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer at your service. Delicia to my pals, and even Miss Delicious to some. You can call me the best, and I'll call you whatever I want. Alright, what nickname can I give him? The best, bestie. Whatever you say. It's lovely to meet you, dearie. So much for call me the best. Oh, have we met before, young man? Get a load of this, Delicia. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miles. Miles. If you must address me by my given name, just Miles will do. Oh, Greggy Baggel's boy, and all grown up too. Make me feel my age, why don't you? How old are you? Okay. I wonder just how old she is. Me too! Sebastian, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah! What brings you to the gallery today, Miss Cone? Why, I came to see dear old Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me visiting her now. That's suspicious. I understand that you helped look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much, really. I just whipped up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. Wow, you can make an antidote just like that? Oh yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you like. It certainly helped the medical room was well equipped, though. We were much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to hospital. Anyway, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. And do you know the victim is the Delicious? Oh, yes. Well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. Apparently, he's famous these days. One of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting. So he's a well-known public figure. Oh yes, dear, he was on the news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they say. Wow, so the old dog really went to St. Fine up his game, just like he said he would. Perhaps if we could proceed to the matter at hand, Miss Scone? Are you familiar with a substance known as infesticide ultra? Of course, dear. You use it to get rid of you know what. Oh, it's awfully strong though. That's why they don't sell it in the shops. Might I ask what you mean by you know what? The little blighters are frightening the life out of poor innocent ladies like yours truly, that's what. Ghastly little creatures running around people's nice clean kitchens and terrorizing them. Cockroaches? Oh, I get it. Those cockroaches? Thank you, Miss Scone. One more question, if you don't mind. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals asphyxion and ubiquium are combined? Oh, yes. It's right there in the infesticide ultra instructions. Do not mix with products containing ubiquium, ever. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. What was it again? Effects on inhalation include respiratory complications and death. Oh. And poor old Gusty very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas you'd need, probably 500 milliliters of each chemical, I'd say. She certainly talks like a skilled pharmacist. Ubiquium's awfully thick and sticky, and it heats up very quickly indeed. It's also bright red and smells minty fresh. Oh, and cheap as chips. That's why they use it in everything. Asphyxium's more watery, and it's white in color. That will do. Thank you. You are clearly well informed, Miss Scone. As well I should be, dearie. After all, Infesticide Ultra is made by the company I work for. Oh, but before you get the wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. As I say, it's awfully, terribly dangerous. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Scone, very interesting indeed. I think that tells us all we need to know. Strange. I thought she suspected Miss Scone. But something in that smile makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind. Oh, Larry's still here. What is it, Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report?
Yes, sir. Turns out the sculpture's glass display cases open from the top.
Huh, that's rather unusual.
The temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. The piece's case was kept at 26 degrees. Dang near got my hand stuck to it. Come shoot.
We're lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case?
Yeah, they found something on the underside of the top part of the piece's case. Traces of ubiquium.
Oh, now we're talking. That's odd. If there was ubiquium stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26 degrees, it would have been frozen solid. It would, huh? So, how did things wind up as they are now? I think Kay might be able to help us figure out just that. Oh! Or at least, Mr. Thief might. Huh, you guys are that desperate to get on my good side, huh? Fine, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but take it away. Can't believe I'm taking orders from this guy, but whatever, anything for the truth. Why not? Before you get too carried away. The goddess of justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves.
Ah,
Ouch! Why so frosty, Judge G?
your baby prosecutor just gave us the big thumbs up. What's the issue here?
Oh, wait! Don't tell me the comedy has some dirty little secret it doesn't want us finding out. I am not required to explain myself to you. But if you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you can prove to me that it will be worth our while to keep you around.
What exactly does she have in mind here?
Who triggered the release of the poison gas? If you can answer this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation.
You heard the lady, Smiles.
Don't call me that.
Somebody opened the pieces case and let out that gas. Considering what we learned so far, there's only one person it could possibly be, no?
Yes, the answer is indisputable. In that case, please kindly provide it now. Who released the poison gas?
The only one that kinda makes sense to me is Mr. Gusto. He was inside this room.
Take that!
The victim, Carmelo Gusto, is the only person to have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus, only he could have opened the case. Correct, that appears to be the only logical answer. Very well, I will permit your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you are contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately.
Understood.
Even if Mr. Gusto did open the case, we'll still have no idea why.
Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, tell me what you wanna see.
Let's use the data we recollected to recreate the scene before the poison gas went off.
On it! Don't scare me like that!
So this is what you were talking about, your Mr. Thief. Let's begin it by examining the PC sculpture. There's a generous amount of vacuum frozen to the underside of the top part of the case.
Yeah, which is what's keeping that lid on real tight. For some reason, I can't talk.
The actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Somebody really went to town on your little house there, huh, Pieces?
And do we have any idea of how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked?
Well, it doesn't look like the outer face inside of the glass suffered any damage.
I see, so we have a cracked piece of glass that we know was ice cold on its inner face inside. And we also know that it wasn't damaged in any direct way or on its outer facing surface. Thoughts?
Ice cold. Makes me think of the way you glare at people, sir.
Cracks. Makes me think about those deeply etched lines on your forehead.
It was cracked by heat expansion. Applying heat to ice cold glass from the outside will cause it to crack. Well, I appreciate the science lesson, but why is it all heat crack in the first place? Why indeed? A heat cracked glass lid, lined on its underside with frozen ubiquium.
You look like the cat that got the green Melserino. You know what happened, don't you?
I certainly do, and what's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case.
What? But you didn't give me a chance to figure it out first! Too bad.
It would have been quite a wait.
Well, don't keep it to yourself, Edgeworth. I want answers.
How did Mr. Gusto open the case? I think this. This was used just before the police arrived, probably to hit something. I think it's this one. The blowtorch shows signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the autumn wing. I think it's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack.
A blowtorch? Who uses a blowtorch to open a glass case? Oh, I get it! Mr. Gusto was trying to melt the frozen Ubicium so he could open the lid.
Indeed.
You beat me to the answer by a second, but we'll see who wins in the end. Don't try and tell us you nearly had it. You didn't have a clue. It was Edgeworth making things hard to understand.
Whatever you say, Sebastian. Okay, would you mind updating the recreation so that Mr. The Best can follow along too?
Sure, just for him. Alright, here goes.
Mr. Gusto was alone in the autumn wing. And while he was in here, he used this blowtorch to melt the frozen Ubicium on the underside of the lid.
And?
As the Ubicium melted, it mixed with the asphyxiant that was already present inside the glass case, thereby producing our poisonous gas.
And that's why the statue looked like it was crying blood.
When Mr. Gusto had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room, where he collapsed.
So he opened the case, and out came the gas, huh?
It seems we got there in the end.
Good job, Sebastian.
But why the heck did he want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure. In fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. I'm thinking he might have come here for the same reason I did.
To check out not the autumn wing, but the winter wing.
You remember, right? I thought this was where the winter wing was when we first got here.
Caught you too, did it, my little Eddie Lumpkin? I was ever so confused. What would it be in where Chili Wink's room was all those years ago? There's even the same little 3 in front of the blessed store. Who wouldn't be odd all 6s and 7s, eh?
Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the winter wing. Time to see how quickly I can convince Mr. The Best, I suppose.
Okay. Eureka! That's Edgeworth's quote. Eureka, ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer.
The answer to what exactly?
The man was going to end it all. A dramatic exit state left, sort of artsy-fartsy farewell. Have you been listening all this whole time? At my level, I barely need to listen to a word and I still understand exactly half of what's going on.
Perhaps I can explain a few of the finer details to you later, Sebastian. The best's prerogative.
The best? Oh, sure. Thanks, Gabelle.
Thank you indeed. I find it's always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot.
What is it now?
Hehe, I took the liberty of investigating our friendly
the friendly pink pharmacist here. 1 second, someone's making noise. Okay, I'm back. Interruptions everywhere. Okay. I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. That's nothing to brag about, you know. Shut up! Can't you see I'm talking? Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now, yeah? I have something more important to tell you. It was Miss Delicious who set up the poison gas trap. How could you say that? I was greatly saddened to learn of this, Miss Cone. Your profession is one dedicated to saving lives, and yet you use your expertise to try to take one. I beg your pardon? How dare you? I did not such thing. Perhaps you could explain, Mr. The Best. You bet I can. Get a load of this. This is Miss Delicious Pharmacist's license. And it says it right here that she's authorized to handle Infesticide Ultra. A product that we have established contains adfixion, one of the ingredients of our poison gas. Exactly! It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. But Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She's a card-carrying pharmacist. I didn't do it. This is all just a terrible misunderstanding.
Objection!
And that's not all. There was a bottle of Infesticide Ultra in the victim's pocket. And what do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. We know that you and Miss Bound took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket, No. There was only one person on the premises licensed to carry Infesticide Ultra, and that was you, Miss Cone. Furthermore, you are acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery. Meaning, you would have had access to the building, an ample opportunity to prepare your trap. No, dear, listen, you don't understand. That Infesticide Ultra was stolen from me. Lying would only lengthen your sentence, Miss Cone. I'm not lying. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. What is she looking for? That's not it. And that's not it. That cloth looks familiar. Ah, here we go. I knew it was in here somewhere. Look. And what is this? There's something written on it, I think. April 1st. Complaint filed. Offense: theft. Items stolen. Infesticide Ultra. 1 bottle. It's a crime report relating to a theft. A what? See, you silly billies, I told you somebody pinched it off me a week ago, no less. By which you mean to say that it was not in your possession at any point today. That's exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some in my medicine bag, just in case, you know. Why do you need a powerful infesticide? And I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but, well, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. And now, thanks to silly old me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poison gas with the stuff. I see. But why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you? Like I said, just in case, you never know when one of them might appear. You mean the ghastly little creatures that run around in people's nice clean kitchens type of them? You could just roll up a newspaper and whack! One and done. Psst, Capel, what do I do now? Ah, of course. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report, just to be safe. It can't hurt to verify Miss Cone's story after all. She may be lying to us. Good idea! Alright, I'm gonna go give the prison a call. Don't go anywhere. Okay. So, Miss Cone might not be guilty after all. Indeed, if she really were the one who set up the poison gas trap, then I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her. So who do you think did it, Smiles? Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior, and the time and the means to prepare. So, Judy Bound or Mr. Gusto, I guess. Two factors which points to one very specific person. Judy Bound, right? Because Miss Cone said, oh, I haven't seen the guy in 19 years. Oh yeah? And who might that be? Don't leave us hanging, big guy. Who had the means to steal the Infesticide Ultra and dress one room up to look like another? The only one that makes sense is Judy Bound.
Take that!
Surely only Miss Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We'll need some solid evidence to support such a theory nonetheless. So it was her, huh? Strange. It's like he already knew. Ooh, nice shooting, Malzarino. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. That is not what I was hoping for. I'm back with results. The police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and locked. Which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. You mean that every single one of your conclusions proved to be hogwash? No! I mean, we're only just getting started. Oh? Then what's our next move? Well, first we need to go and talk to Miss Bound. And then I'll think about what to do after that. Sebastian, Mr. Gusto's real destination appears to have been the Winter Wing. Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Wing.
Yes, sir.
Capel, we're going to talk to Miss Bound. Very good, Sebastian. We'll join you, if you don't mind. Okay. April 2nd, 1:35 p.m. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room. Alright, you have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Hey, Mr. The Best, weren't we going to talk with Miss Bound ourselves? Sure, but I thought, why not let the grunts handle the grunt work, you know? Means I can just sit back and wait for the report. The best strategy. You spoiled little... he's so exhausting. I need a break. Huh? There's something in the fountain. Hey! What? It's a body! What on earth? Who's that? Order! Order in the court! Somebody call forensics!
Bad news, sir! Real bad news!
Order! I will have order, detective.
The ice sculptures in the Winter Wing!
Oh!
They've all melted!
What? Did... Huh?
Say!
What is the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims?
Talk about deja vu. It's just like 18 years ago. Even the ice melted again.
Again?
This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is not coinciding. You're with me, right, Mr. Miles Areno? I am. And I think the answer lies in the AS7 incident itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it. Heh, great minds think alike. Alrighty then. Time for another trip down memory lane.
Are we playing as Gregory again? Are we? Do we continue? I'm going to continue. I've been recording for what? 30 minutes? I'll continue. Well. Okay.
I still can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, or that it's been 18 long years since.
Oh, and the victim looks exactly the same too.
I think a murder at a confectionery contest, and one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was a part of Samson Tangerou's chocolate tableau. He had been hit in the head with a large rocklet salt lamp, and subsequently bled to death. We found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle Delicious Cone had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy recreations had melted clean away.
18 years ago, back with Gregory.
Yep, December 24th, 9:05 p.m. Contest venue, Fountain Room.
I forgot Fender's younger voice.
All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out, and in no uncertain terms.
So what do we do now, Mr. E?
I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Oh, you have no idea. Now, Eddie. It was always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene.
Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that.
Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth. You can assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person.
But what if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth?
It can happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such situations, to be friends to the friendless.
Friends to the friendless?
Now, we may not be able to investigate Miss Frost's room as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up.
You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth.
You're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough.
I will. I promise.
Okay, what now?
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Whoa, you're the best, Miss Bound. Kangaroo's favorite handmade by pound. Rather mishappen and incredibly sweet.
Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking. And a little uniquely shaped.
I'm sorry if they're not to your taste.
No way, they're great. They're so sweet.
Hehe, you're very kind. Imagine, me of all people, a mediocre confectioner.
What? You mean you made this yourself?
Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of his time coaching me on how to improve my technique.
Mr. Tangaroa sure is a lucky guy. Getting to eat homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Baum whenever he wants sounds amazing.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, nothing at all. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Miss Bound.
Of course! What right would I have to stay here otherwise?
What do you mean by that?
I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangaroa took me in. That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve, many years ago, he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. I can never repay him. So my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him for as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself.
And to think today is Christmas Eve. And I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him. Anything! Please, if there is something I can do to help, just say it.
We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim?
Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final.
Oh? My, they're stunning.
Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavored ice? Samson adored them too.
Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations and the zodiac, Eddie.
Oh, I love it! The stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrow and the... Hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Huh. Did Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe? That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do. Wait, really? But I thought you said you didn't know him very well. Oh, well, he didn't seem like the type.
It seems she's got something to hide too. You took these photographs yourself, Miss Bound?
Yes, I use this instant camera here. It develops the pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Oh, I'd love to see it in action. Then why don't I take your picture? Yes! Come on, Mr. E, let's get a shot of the both of us.
Well, alright then. It would be a shame to waste a good hair day.
Ready, say, cheese! There, all done, and the picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, that's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all our picture taking needs. It's very convenient, but The lack of negatives is something of a shame.
So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangerou used this camera during the contest.
Yes, you assume correctly. He used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape. And later, to take some photos of the other contestants' work.
But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway?
Ah, yes. Samson wanted pictures of all the entrances' completed rooms. But the film ran out as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were.
In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected.
Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he'd just lost track of somewhere along the way.
But had he really though?
I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way back when I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. Samson, are you in here? Ah! And she saw the victim. Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police and then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since.
I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Mount.
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you.
Takes first the balloon instantly. A new film cartridge has 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining.
And a photo of Frost sculptures taken by Judy Bound.
Detective Bat, Miss Cone, are they done investigating?
They're done with me, that's for certain. The big Minnie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequins will be the end of me. The cheek of him. Guess he got tired of people covering up his crime scene.
Did he run you off, Detective Bat?
Yeah, Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way with me around.
Do things his way, huh? That's no good.
Why would Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective?
To falsify evidence. That's the Von Karma way.
Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room.
What about?
About the fact that Miss Bound says she saw him going in there during the contest. Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room.
That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to.
Well, he is candidate number 1 at the moment, as the guy who melted Frost's work. But is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? Got a photo of the room right here. If you need it, it's all yours.
Oh! Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us?
To spite Von Karma. Do I gotta spell it out for you, kid? I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective.
Really, Detective Bat? Mr. Von Karma would be happy about this.
Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either. Can't let some pesky rules get me for finding the truth. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bat.
Wow, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E. Well, I haven't the foggiest what you're all going on about, but here's to new friends, eh?
It's definitely nice to have the good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph. Here. Uh-huh. This is what Frost's room looks like right now.
Yikes! There's nothing left of his saber ice sculptures but puddles.
The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Bound, sorry. I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this. Yeah, once that was all out of the socket, the display cases lost power, and up the temperature went.
It looks like they were all connected to the same power strip.
Do you have any idea when it was unplugged? No, still working on that.
Those sculptures were beautiful, what a waste. You can say that again. I should have taken a few more bites out of them while I had the chance.
So they taste good?
Did they ever? I've never tried ice so scrumptious in all my life.
Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite.
Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable.
The salty bit.
It's in the other photo you've got there. This bit, the armpit thing.
Gemini's liar.
Wait, that's why it had no strings? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, just cheek a little devil, sorry. I told you, it was all horrible and salty.
So that's why it didn't have strings.
First sculptures were scrumptious, except for the liar, which was salty.
Ah, okay. It's interesting that only one particular part of this one particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. And could somebody other than Miss Cone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Cone?
Come to think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillywink's work. It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. Here we go. It looks just like that.
Ah! Aha! It's almost like a signature or something. Wait.
I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. But are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well?
What? No, I barely knew him, I swear.
Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude towards his work.
No, I just... The sculptures were so carefully made, I didn't think it missed something so important.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that.
What makes you say that? I have a feeling that... Aha! Look, there's something stamped on the bottom. It says PH.
I suppose that must be Paul Collick's pottery mark. Those are his initials after all. Miss Bound says she's a big fan of his work.
His initials, huh? So if I'd made it, it would say EF?
Perhaps you should practice by initialing your personal belongings first.
I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions. And it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence. Well, I won't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So, what are these two pieces of evidence of yours? Which two items point to Mr. Frost's? This is the first. Should I show the seal first and then the teapot? Or first the teapot and then the seal? Maybe the teapot first?
Take that!
And now the second. Oh, it didn't matter.
Take that!
Yep. Miss Cone found two letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Chilliwig statues had the letters PH carved in them, plain as day.
PH, shouldn't it be AF?
You think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. And when pressed into the surface of an item, it would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark that we see printed on the bottom of the items in the tea set.
The same pottery mark.
We have already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Holick. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as piece of his work. A fact of which you are well aware, correct? Correct, Miss Bound? Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his.
You mean Paul Holick was...
That's right, Detective. R.T. Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact an extraordinary confectioner, a famed sculptor, a fan of sculptures. As famed sculptor. Mr. Frost was, in fact, none other than famed sculptor Paul Holick. What? Mr. Frost and Paul Holick were the same person? But it's not like the mark's hard to copy though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being him with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was. It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is what she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct.
Alright, I'll have the boys look into it.
I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you admit it. You were aware of who Mr. Frost really was. I was... When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Holick. Imagine, his entries in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that. And, be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know where it was when it was taken. It must have gotten it mixed up. I must have gotten it mixed up with the one Samson took to in the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you've had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroo had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. I suppose so.
This suggests that you took only 2 pictures with the new film, one of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise.
You do?
Which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Bound only took 2 pictures?
The camera itself, right? A new front cartridge has 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining.
Take that!
What happened to all the other pictures?
The camera?
You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost's room to me.
Oh, and you gave us the picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth too.
3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining, out of a total of 20. You took more pictures, and I want to know what of. I'll need to see all the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you were really up to.
I'm so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you.
Huh. These are all shots of Frost's room.
I'm so sorry.
Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle. And when were they taken? When were they taken, the ice still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you.
It was. At least, I'm pretty sure it was.
You are. Why?
Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined, what with the investigation and that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity.
And how did that make them melt?
I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing.
By mistake, are you sure?
I didn't notice it at the time, but, well, how could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces?
That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. But I'm not in a position to refute it either.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Please, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth.
What he said. No hard feelings, Miss Bound. Thank you.
Mr. Edgeworth. Picture's yours. Hope it helps.
2 photos, one from Bound and one from Detective Pad. Okay. Oh, Von Karma, hi.
His voice kinda hurts me, but... Are you infernal nuisances still here? You don't know when to give up. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You are not part of the investigation. Hold on, water. Oh god. Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless. It seems you don't know when to shut up either, but I commend you on your stubbornness.
Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting.
What? What is the meaning of this?
I'm so sorry, and to you, Mr. Gusto.
No concern of... sorry. No concern of mine. That's kinda like Gumshoe's voice. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Karma agrees. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was.
Silence! You are not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Judy Pound, you're coming with me. I have reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused, Samson Tangarose. No, I will be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order. I understand. Wait, please, I'm not done questioning her myself. And you think I care because... Pat, Gusto, and you, Scone. I have questions for all of you, and I expect answers. Fine by me. Oh, you could at least us nicely, mannequins. Ah, no, my witnesses. He took literally everyone with him. Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we got going anyway. It's rather late. I hope the snow has let up. You're right. Home time. He's hungry. Guess my stomach's in agreement too. Haha. Alright, let's go grab a burger. Before my own stomach starts grumbling too. Oh, burgers! Sounds good to me. Let's sit up and rest up. We'll need to be fighting fit for tomorrow. Oh, no. We will indeed. And our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangaro. No, but December 25th is... No! No! I don't wanna... no. Oh. Okay, I forgot to save. I'll save in a moment. I'm gonna stop recording now. I hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing. Thank God that I didn't have to voice Von Karma that much. His voice really kills me. So I hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.